Sports College Football. Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Monarchs will put total leather and will get started. And he's going to try to return this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will get the first crack at it here. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a superstar running back like this guy.
And when you got this guy, you ride this guy. You give him the ball, you run the football, you find ways to continue to feed him because he just gets stronger and better as the game goes on.
Offense getting set for first down. Hand off from the shotgun. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got an open man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Horned Frogs want to move quickly. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Hands it off. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs.
And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, TCU! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Old Dominion Monarchs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback's.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
Can anyone catch him? He's at the 30. 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Monarchs!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you do.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Coming after it. It's complete. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And that will go backwards, a negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. And the Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He will field this in his end zone. Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
Trying to get to it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field. And they'll drag him down after a good return.
And ball security is starting to become a little bit of an issue for this quarterback. In his last game, he had a fumble, and he has another one right here. He has got to do a better job of keeping 2 hands on the ball.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The Horned Frogs are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. 2nd and goal coming up. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Trying to pound it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. And the try is no good. And after the first quarter miss, guys, we're still tied up.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it?" Fires into traffic, picked off. Quick step and go. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Gets it out quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah.
Pulls it in on the left. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He'll off one deep down the left side. Touchdown, ODU! What a catch and run for 6.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some put.
And he's all... And looks as if the offense was able to get back on top of the football. And yes, it could have been worse, but as it is, it's a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a 1st down play. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Looking for the score. It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way. Lee to throw. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Old Dominion. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Old Dominion, 23, TCU.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. 1st down for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Monarchs! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this pregame showdown. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20.
And the free safety roaming the middle of the field, and you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The hand to the running back. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball is intercepted. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Lee takes to the air. And it's caught! Touchdown, ODU!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And the sack all the way back at the 5. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Horned Frogs will punt this one away. Bring it out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets a block. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really... He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it at the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Lee to throw. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Old Dominion.
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defense defenses just can't contain this offense.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
He wants to pass it on second down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to let it go. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long, they dial up the perfect coverage, and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air.
Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Monarchs!
This guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's got his man. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets it to the 23. Off the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
What can't you say about how dominant this guy has been each and every week? He's making a case for the Heisman Trophy. He's making a case for every major college football award. He's making a case to be the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft. That's now his 20th sack of the season.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Lee takes to the air. He'll take another shot here. Got it inside the 10. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. He's looking to pass. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, ODU.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
TCU 10.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Spits it out to the back. Makes the grab. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. They just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. They'll run it from the gun. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Absolutely perfect. But now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. The Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 3rd and goal coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Lee to throw. He slings it deep to the left. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on 2nd down. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's open. Just trucks through it. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Old Dominion. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability. The ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit in ball security.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Monarchs.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
72, TCU, 13.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He's going to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
They move the tight end all over. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. Feels like they're just inches away from their own end zone, and it's 3rd and long. They'll run the counter. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Norfolk to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw.
All lined up and ready to go for a great 2nd half ahead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Pass to Sticks still on his feet. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on 2nd down. They'll put the tight end in motion.
Okay. Let's make some good plays.
Crosses the 30. Got a lot of running room. At the 30. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
You're going to win a lot of games if you can generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team. But this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, ODU. And the beatdown has ensued. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The play action fake. Getting some heat. Firing to the right, complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Went to the running game on 3rd down and picked up 5, but still a couple of yards short. It's 4th and 2. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Oh, big juke to get past. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
There's 11 guys on offense there, locked in and playing together. That was a critical 4th down in their opponent's territory. Everybody did an outstanding job of executing, and now they get to stay on the field.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Monarchs will hustle to the line.
Coming up, 4th down.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Old Dominion. And the punishment has been extended. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Hoping to find one that works this time on 2nd down from the 7. They try to pop a run on the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. You've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. The Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Guys, Old Dominion has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He now has 79 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. And the Monarchs will line it up on 1st and 10. Movement here from the tight end. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football.
Touchdown, Monarchs! And the route is on. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns, and you know what? This is...
And the ball is loose on the return. Kicking team's got it. Touchdown, ODU! And the stomping has commenced. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. The kickoff team just about set to go, and that defense is eager to get back out there after the scoop and score. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
He wants to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field. Man, these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the punt hits ground to the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. He now has 108 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Jukes his way for more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
The Monarchs have it with a 1st and 10. Makes his man miss. Oh, what a spin. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with a ceiling touchdown.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.